The reality that most of the people who have signed up through Obamacare, first off, millions of people lost their insurance because of Obamacare. That's always glossed over. Insurance that many people wanted and, in fact, would still have and would keep in deference to, in preference to Obamacare. That's number one. Number two, the majority of the people who've signed up on this program are on Medicaid, which is a program that fewer and fewer doctors and hospitals are actually taking. Obamacare is an injustice to millions of Americans who are being forced to buy insurance that's way too costly and driving them, in many cases, out of the insurance markets altogether.
If the Supreme Court rules that marriage equality, same-sex marriage is legal, it's a right for everyone to have, what would you be able to do about that to stop that from going? You'd have to honor the Supreme Court decision.
Well, you know, as with every Supreme Court decision, a lot of them I don't agree with, but you have to respect those decisions. And I will be one of them if they so decide, as you suggest, and needs to go out and continue to make the case, as I will, that that it's important to keep as preeminent the idea of marriage between a man and a woman for the purposes of giving children their birthright, which is the chance to be raised in a home by their parents.
If you were president at this particular moment, you're not, but if you were and you were speaking with Putin, what would you tell him?
Well, I'd be discussing all of those issues. Those are the relevant issues to discuss. I would tell him that we are going to stand by Ukraine. We're going to stand by the other Eastern European countries that are feeling very much threatened by Russia and by its aggression. And we're going to do so in a much more substantive way than what the president has done. It's nice to talk to Vladimir Putin. It's another thing to show that the United States has resolve in making sure that he doesn't violate the sovereignty of allies that we have commitments to.